Good evening. At this time, I'll call the meeting to order and we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Our first action tonight will be to elect a governing board president. Pursuant to Policy 1-103 and ARS 15-321, the governing board must elect a board president and board clerk annually in January. The process will provide an opportunity for each member to make a nomination. Each nominee will have an opportunity to accept or decline the nomination. At this time, I'll accept nominations for board president.
I'd like to nominate Dawn Desmond.
Yes, I do.
Second that nomination.
I have to make a motion. We need a motion. We have to re-motion it.
After she accepts, you'll have to make a motion to ask if there's any more.
Okay.
If there's any more nominations.
Are there any additional nominations for board president?
Motion.
Okay.
I move Don Desmond to be elected as board president. Do I have a second?
Thank you. Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay.
You get to keep going.
All right. We will follow the same process used for the election of the board president for the election of board clerk. At this time, I will accept nominations for board clerk.
I nominate Steve Scavera for board clerk.
You accept the nomination?
Any others? Nominations? Motion?
I move Stephen Scavera to be elected as board clerk. Do I have a second? A motion has been made by Dawn Densmore and seconded by Jennifer Drake to elect Stephen Scavera for board clerk. All those in favor will vote now. Motion carries. Congratulations. Next up, we have recognitions and celebrations. Dr. Croto.
Thank you, Madam President. Congratulations to our newly elected officers. Tonight we have an awesome orchestra performance, and Mr. Musey is going to introduce our guests.
Thank you, Dr. Croto, Madam President, members of the board. Guests, we are very happy to have our orchestra here tonight, and this is under the direction of Mr. Alan Swanson. So happy to have you guys here.
My name is Kayla Patnod, and I am in 11th grade at Valley Vista High School. We are representing our Dysart District String Orchestra for tonight's meeting. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to show our thanks for having a program like this available for all 6th through 12th grade students in our district. Why is music important to our district? Students in music get higher grades, score higher in math, have higher graduation rates, and have higher test scores. This is not a coincidence. 70% of the major universities have stated that achievement in the arts are significant considerations for admission to the institutions. Music majors make up 66% of accepted medical students. Over 30 studies have linked music education with significantly improved reading skills. We believe that music education is necessary for every single one of us. We believe that the strategies and lessons experienced through instrumental music will help us succeed in our future careers and life experiences. Thank you for your continued support for the arts education throughout the district.
Thank you so much, Mr. Swanson and students. Wonderful performance. I'll move to item D1, audience with individuals, and for the record, we do not have anyone addressing the board tonight. With that, I will move to E1. Dr. Croto?
Thank you, Madam President. Tonight, we have our student guest with us to speak, and Mr. Musey will introduce our student guest.
Thank you, Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Croto. Tonight, we're very fortunate to have Amelia Escobar from Willow Canyon High School, a senior who is representing the District Student Council and is here to provide us an update.
Good evening, staff and board members. I'm Amelia Escobar, and I'm here for the student update as well as the representative for DLC. The past few months, DLC has been running a canned food drive with Valley View Food Bank. It is something that we do every year where we partner with both the middle schools and the high schools. And this year we were very fortunate and raised over 10,000 pounds of canned food. And Valley View was very grateful, and it is something that we hope to continue doing in the future. For our middle schools, the middle school that raised the most money will be getting an assembly hosted by all 4 of the high schools, something to end off the year for them and get them excited for the next few years. Next week, Willow Canyon is partnering with Key Club, where we will be hosting a clothing drive for children of all ages in foster care. Yesterday, one of our members dropped off a box here at the district office for any donations. We would be very appreciative, and it is something that we just started doing this year, so we're hoping for a very good turnout. On February 8th, Valley Vista and Willow Canyon will be hosting their Sweethearts Dance, and on February 18th, Dysart High School will be hosting their Winter Dance, and they are also planning their annual ESS dance as well. And then tomorrow, all 4 high schools' student councils will be heading to Tucson for the Arizona Association of Student Councils State Convention. It is a very exciting event where all the student councils get to dress up, be honored for Council of Distinction, and we get to learn more with leadership workshops, talk to guest speakers, and hopefully bring back a bunch of new ideas to implement in our high schools. I want to thank you guys for your time and support of Student Council. Our school spirit has gone up a lot and participation throughout all 4 high schools, and we hope it continues to grow the next month. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the update. Okay, moving to item E2, superintendent update. Dr. Croto.
Thank you, Madam President. A few things, a lot of awesome stuff happening around the district this week, but I want to highlight a few things. First, I want to welcome back our current board members, but also welcome our new board members to their first meeting, and we're glad to have you on board and ready to go. So welcome to the district. This week on Monday, we had the opportunity to celebrate our second Purple Star school in this district. So Shadow Ridge High School became a Purple Star school on Tuesday, actually. Monday was a holiday, but Tuesday we celebrated them. And this is a great opportunity for us to recognize the service of our military families and their students and help them in the transition and make things easier for them as they change schools a lot, as their mom or dads get new orders. So we are very excited about that. It was a great turnout, a lot of military families there, and we celebrated Shadow Ridge and their opportunity to do that. So we look forward to having more schools. That's number 2. So great time there. And then today, continuing along those lines, today at Valley Vista High School, the U.S. Navy Strike Group hosted a mixed reality experience for students. So this experience allows students to see many options available through Navy STEM careers. They had a hands-on experience looking into various roles within the Navy. Students got to test their skills on the flight deck, so we may have some future pilots there. on the aircraft carriers. They did underwater construction. And they also got to take a personality quiz to see what careers in general, not just in the Navy, best suited them. And then literally using some AI technology to see themselves in those careers, working in those careers. So a great job. We thank the U.S. Navy for providing that opportunity for our students and helping them choose their possible, pathways after graduation. So thank you. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. I'll open it up for governing board updates.
I attended the school visit at Sonora Heights on the 15th. I just want to do a shout out to Principal Luna for a wonderful visit. We had a lot of fun visiting with staff, teachers, students, and did a few classroom visits. So I just want to say thank you for that, and that's all I have.
Is this on? Okay. I visited Sonora Heights Middle School also, and I'd like to thank Principal Amber Luna and Assistant Principal Holly Johnston and the staff, teachers, and students for a very nice welcome. Everyone I met was very upbeat, and they gave a lot of positive feedback about the school teachers and administrators. The students were very proud of their school, and yes, we also visited some of the classrooms, and it seemed like a great environment for learning. So, thank you.
Thank you. I attended the new board orientation meeting, welcoming our new board members. I also attended our open meeting law training for our new board members, but also a good refresher for existing board members as well. And I would just like to very much thank Dr. Croto, Ms. Bowen, as well as Cabinet for the beautiful floral arrangement for my recent family loss. And that's it. Thank you. With that, I will motion to approve consent agenda items as presented. Motion carries. Okay. Moving to our action discussion items. First one is H1, Dr. Croto.
Thank you, Madam President. Tonight, we are recommending to you the appointment of our Director of Career and Technical Education, and Mr. Mattingly will introduce this item.
Thank you. Madam President, governing board members, it is on behalf of Dr. John Croto and Cabinet Administration, it's proud to present a recommendation to the governing board for the Director of Career and Technical Education, Mr. Tom Ludeman, is being recommended. Tom, if you could stand up, let them see you there. Thank you. Tom comes from an extensive background of over 16 years in administration. He's earned his master's degree from Northern Arizona. He's spent numerous years in the classroom teaching English. Comes with a successful background as well as an administrator here in this district since 2019. So I'd like to present to the board that this process was not an easy process for these candidates that went through this. It was very lengthy and time-consuming, so I appreciate all the candidates as well as Mr. Ludeman through that process. So it included a paper screening in basket as well as a committee of 12, which included parents, community member, other administrators, and teachers alike within that CTE program. So with that, I will stand to recommend to the governing board to consider this recommendation.
Are there any questions from the board? With that, I move to approve, I'm sorry. One second. Let me move to that actual item. I move to approve the appointment of Tom Ludeman as Director of Career and Technical Education, CTE. Motion carries. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Tom.
Next, we're moving to item H2. Dr. Croto?
Thank you, Madam President. Tonight, we continue our policy monitoring as we do every year. We are on Section 2, Policy 2. There are only two policies, 2101 and 2201 in this section, and there are no recommended changes to either of those policies at this time. With that, I'll stand for any questions you may have.
If there are no further questions, I move to approve revisions to policies as presented. Motion carries. Next, we have item H3. Dr. Croto?
Thank you, Madam President. Tonight, we bring forth a recommendation that was made by the governing board to possibly have a discussion and possibly revise our future meeting dates, either to be held on Monday or Tuesday. So I will yield the floor to any discussion that we may have or for a motion or any questions.
I'd like to motion for Monday nights. Approve revisions to the 24 governing board meeting schedule to reflect future meeting dates to be held on Monday.
Can we have a discussion before this? I would like to know exactly why it's being moved. I want details because we just moved this in November. This will be the third day that we've moved our meetings since I've been on the board. So I would like details on why we're moving it for a third time.
I had a request to place this item on the agenda from one of our new board members, and if they'd like to speak to that, they can.
Yes, you guys changed the meetings from Thursdays to Wednesdays after we had just been elected and did not look at our schedules. When I ran for the board, it was clear that the meetings were on Thursdays. I get elected, and they're on Wednesdays, and I teach on Wednesday nights.
Well, when I ran for the board, the meetings were on Wednesday nights, and when I was elected, they were changed to Thursday nights. And now we're changing them again in November. They were changed in November because the district actually came to the board and wanted it moved so they could attend district events. And that's why we, as a board, we unanimously voted to do that. So staff and teachers and parents could attend their students' functions on Thursdays. We moved it back to Wednesdays. And now we're gonna move it again? You know, I understand that people have personal things going on, you know, in their personal lives. I do too. I work full-time, and my son is in several activities, but I would never come to the board and demand that they change the district board meeting for that. Just my personal opinion.
there any other discussion? We do have a second. Before we vote, I do want to just mention that, I think that with this position, it's a volunteer position. That we all took, understanding that we need to be a little bit flexible at times. And this is not directed at any board member in particular. But there are plenty of sacrifices that each of us have made to make our attendance a priority. I myself will have to be changing my work schedule with either way that this changes. It'll be changing again for the second time in just a few months. So we all make personal sacrifices. Just wanted to make note of that.
Yeah, I've already changed my work schedule twice, and my boss will not allow me to do it again.
Understood. We have a motion and a second, so I will call for the vote. Motion carries. Thank you. Do we have any requests for future agenda items? With that, I motion to adjourn the meeting. And just for the record, this will probably be the shortest meeting you've ever been to. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you.